Welcome to the Spring 2018 gubernatorial debate. We have our two candidates, Kayla Dalton and Jack Mills. We're first going to hear opening statement from Mr. Mills.
Good morning, my fellow Americans. My name is Jack Mills, and I'm running for the position of governor at Oliver Ames High School. Thank you, Mr. Schuessler and the journalism class for coming up with the questions and organizing the debate. I'd also like to thank my wonderful campaign staff for helping me along the way. An issue I find so pressing is students exercising their right to vote. Now, I find it very heartbreaking that students don't take advantage of voting. It takes less than a second, and you can just submit your ballot really quick. So many people have come before us and made sacrifices just to give us this right, and I feel that you should take advantage of that. Hopefully by the end of this debate, I've proven to you that voting and my staff and me will be able to make a difference in voting in our school. Thank you very much.
Opening statement from Mrs. Dalton.
Hello, I'm Kayla Dalton, and I'm also running for governor. I'd like to thank everyone who's helped out with the campaign so far, and for Mr. Schuessler's class for coming out and organizing this debate. I'd first off like to say that I'm very passionate about student activism, and I believe that every student here has a voice and has the right to use it. I'm also very passionate about the fact that we need to promote inclusiveness and community at our school. And I hope by the end of this, you will all realize that I'm the candidate who's here to promote community and inclusiveness.
Thank you. We will now hear our first question. Who's it for? We'll have our first question for Mr. Mills.
Why do you think public protests are ineffective at promoting change?
I think public protests are ineffective at promoting change just because I feel that students have such an ability and power that they can go out and do something greater with their time rather than just going out asking for change when they can be out doing change. For example, in our school's walkout this past March, we had 680 kids going out, walking out, and protesting for change, when those 680 kids could have been talking to school officials and actually making up changes in our school safety plan and organizing preparedness in our school, which I deem that more effective in our society.
Rebuttal?
I think that the walkout and the protest that we had there was actually very effective. I think a lot of people got involved, and I think that if we're going to start somewhere, I think that's the place to be, because there isn't a lot of things that students can do, like to start out protests, and I think that was a really good start point.
This is for Kayla. How will you help people suffering from mental health issues at OA?
I think that we need to make it more of a well-known thing that it's okay to be struggling with these issues, and there's a lot of resources at the school and outside of school for people to use them and help themselves. For instance, we have a lot of really great counselors here, and I think people need to learn that it's not a bad thing to ask for help.
I agree with Kayla. It's not a bad thing to ask for help. People should ask for help. I feel that in a lot of these situations where we see students going into schools and causing damage and threats to their fellow classmates, I feel that is very immature and threat, and that's not a sign of them being a bad person. It's a sign of them needing help, and they should need help. So that's how I feel.
For Jack, while voting is very powerful, many students at OA are not of age to vote. How would you advise them to voice their concerns on a scale wider than our school?
I think that students should be able to voice themselves either just following a candidate they like. For example, I wasn't allowed to vote last year because I was only 17, but I supported Donald Trump throughout the election. I thought he had a pretty solid campaign. But I think other students could just follow the campaign in the candidate that they like, and they can also vote in their classes and stuff like that, because not a lot of people vote for the Google Classrooms that we have at school. No one really takes care and in charge of that, so people should vote for that.
I think that even if you're not the age to vote, it's still important for you to watch the news and keep updated with the state of your country and what's happening. And I think no matter what age you are, you can still participate in helping or promoting a candidate that you agree with.
In what ways do you think you can improve the school community?
I think that we need to just come together a lot more, and there could be more events that we could plan that promote more of a community vibe, and also just we have to start with the overall environment of the school and try to not be so cliquey and try to, like, if you see someone sitting alone at lunch, invite them to come sit with you and more things like that.
I think I can change the school's community and how we see each other as a school is basically just by bringing each other together in events like basketball games, football games, soccer games. I feel the whole school obviously doesn't go to that, and obviously people can't go to that, but if we even got a little more people, or just one more person, or a couple more people to come, that'd just make the difference in just being a tighter community.
One more question.
This is for Jack. How can us kids get our voice heard and not just ignored?
Kids can get their voice heard simply by just asking for it. Making a call to someone who holds higher power in the school system or in the state, just making a call, trying to ask and have a sit down with them. That's going to get the ball rolling. I know a couple girls from my law and legal class went out to Joe Kennedy and asked him his opinions on school safety to go along with our school topic, and I think that's getting their voice heard pretty well. So that's just a way you can do it.
I agree. Our law and legal class also met with Joe Kennedy, and I thought that was a very a great experience, and more things like that are good to help get your voice out there and be well known and all that stuff.
Last question.
And then Kayla, what will you do specifically to get students more active and talk to each other?
I think we need to have more events and more community. I think the seniors, we have an Instagram that kind of sets up days like Pride Days and stuff like that. I think more things like that, because we all know that we're here and we're all kind of cliquey and we need to become one school and more participate in more sports events and stuff like that.
Yeah, pretty much whatever she said, I totally agree with. Going out there and being supportive in your class and everything, that's just what we got to do and change as a community. I think that just even if there were a couple more people that stepped up and went out of their comfort zone, I guess, and helped out or went to an event or something like that, that would be just amazing.
Thank you. All right, we'll hear closing remarks from Kayla.
I hope that I've shown you guys that I am very enthusiastic and passionate about student activism. And remember, why vote for a tuna when you could vote for a shark?
Yeah.
All right.
First, I'd like to thank the audience, the journalism class again, thank you very much. My campaign staff, thank you. Mr. Gottel, thank you. Hopefully I've proven to you all that I'm more than qualified for this position. Even if I have not proven that, at least go out there and vote. So God bless America, thank you.
Thank you very much.